Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs. This is Megneous. I've been gone for 2 days, and I apologize for that profusely, but as some of you may know, I live in South Korea, and as I said in some other videos, I believe I needed to take sort of a placement test for the Tonghap program, which is a social integration program here in South Korea. It took a really long time. It was a lot of traveling. I had to sleep well to do well on the test, etc., etc. And I was really busy afterwards, but now I'm back, so do expect more episodes in the future. As you can see, getting into the episode now, we have a small little area. Well, it's not really that small, it's pretty decent sized. We have a fenced-in area here for our mammoths. And I even captured a poor little innocent sheep. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and impregnate the sheep with a mammoth. Indeed. There we go. And... very nice. And now we wait. I don't have my Dinopedia with me actually, so we're just gonna wait for a second. Mammoths do not need feeders, I'm pretty sure. Mammoths, I'm basically absolutely sure, eat grass like sheep, so I think everything will be quite alright. In fact, after this first mammoth is born, I'm going to immediately impregnate the sheep with another mammoth. I want 2 in here so they don't get lonely. I'm thinking about doing the same with the Dilophosaurs up there. I have another Dilophosaur egg, as you guys know. And yes, waiting. So things to talk about. The social integration placement test was probably one of the most unique experiences of my life. I had to go 3 hours away to almost the middle of nowhere to a university I've never even heard of to take, to take the placement test. And basically, you guys know, I think I've told you guys before that I'm mixed race. I'm Asian and Caucasian, but I'm mostly Caucasian. So basically, everyone just assumes that I'm just white, and I'm okay with that because I identify usually as Caucasian anyway. Well, I was one of 3 Caucasian people there out of a total of maybe 120 people taking this placement exam. The rest were all Southeast Asian and South Asian people, which are the most common people who are trying to immigrate to South Korea. Caucasian people, not so much. Not so much. Maybe some students, they don't want to immigrate, they just want to take the placement test to see how well they do. But I'm one of the very few people... Wow, that's really off-center, grass. One of the very few people I know who's actually considering immigrating permanently to South Korea, other than a few people I know personally. But to say the least... South Koreans in general, not everyone, mind you, this is sort of a stereotype, but South Koreans in general have some issues with the new waves of immigration coming into their country. Sort of a problem of xenophobia and social issues, social unrest, similar to what the United States had like back in the 20s and 30s and stuff like that, I guess. But it's a new thing for South Korea, immigrants and foreigners everywhere, especially poor refugee immigrants. So... the people in this exam, I expected them to be very kind and like loving to foreigners and things like that, and be very excited about aiding foreigners and becoming future residents of South Korea, but unfortunately it wasn't anything like that. Hello, baby mammoth. Oh, you're a little woolly elephant. You're adorable. I love you already. Look at you, you're so cute. You have a little tuft of hair. So there's our first mammoth. Let's go ahead and impregnate the sheep again. Wow, did it just grow? Okay, anyway. So check out this mammoth while I continue my story. So, yeah, we were sort of treated like livestock, actually, when I went to take the exam. All of the foreigners, myself included, were herded into rooms with use of gestures and no speaking whatsoever. The only Korean things that anyone said to us, actually the Korean instructor said, were, let's see, you can't use your cell phone and time is up, please stop taking the test. They didn't even do insa, which is very important in Korea. Insa is basically like greetings. Those of you who know any Korean know that a basic greeting would be something like 안녕하세요, something like that. No, they never, not even once did anyone say hello to any of us. And after it was all said and done, they didn't even really say goodbye. They just said, okay, it's over, and then they like pointed at the door. So that combined with the fact that in between the writing portion of the exam and the speaking portion of the exam, I and many others had to wait approximately an hour and 15 minutes in a room, sitting down, 60 people, not talking to one another because we weren't allowed to talk. not using our cell phones because we weren't allowed to use our cell phones, not allowed to read, not allowed to write, just allowed to either sleep or stare at the walls and wish you were dead. And the people who were watching over us to make sure we weren't getting answers from the people who had already taken the oral exam, they basically stood at the front of the room, scowling at us with their arms folded, watching us as if we were in prison. It was pretty terrible. I even talked to them in Korean, and I was like, you know, this is really awkward, and everyone seems to be like pretty upset. You're sort of acting like you're angry at us. Like, wouldn't it be better if you went around and like asked people what country they're from and like why they want to come to Korea and stuff? And they're like, no, we can't do that. This is an exam. It's very serious. I was like, I mean, I'm not being serious at all. Like, I think that exams and like. And keep this in mind that I'm much better at Korean than most of those people who were there anyway. But like, so maybe that's why I was more laid back about it. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't really take placement exams very seriously, and I also feel that if people are happy and comfortable, that generally they tend to do better on exams anyway. But no, we were all treated. Are you gonna have this baby soon or not, sheep? Come on. We were all more or less treated like prisoners, like enemies of the Korean people. It was sort of depressing, really. There was only one instructor that I felt really enjoyed. Hello, second mammoth. You're adorable. Hello. Come on, get off of him. There we go. Okay, so now that we have our two mammoths here, I want to show you guys something. I'm just gonna go ahead and... There we go. Let's see what happens. Oh no! Oh no! Run, sheep! Run! No! No! Ah, they're killing him! Wow, that was intense. And the mammoths have officially killed their not biological mother, but their surrogate mother. I really wish someone would fix this little graphical issue with their nose and the hair. But yeah, so our mammoths are born. Huzzah! So let me know below in the comments what you would like to name these guys. One of the names suggested for a mammoth so far has been Tank, and you guys feel free to offer many more names. I will be choosing from the official names, from the suggested names for some official names. They look the same, so we're not going to be able to tell them apart, but we'll remember both names. So go ahead and let me know below in the comments. I'm going to jump out over here so I can get away from these guys. And I will come back and see you guys later. Please grow well. And yeah, so back to the story. There was only one teacher really who seemed to enjoy talking to foreigners and like using Korean with foreign people and learning about what we were doing in Korea. And she was one of the instructors for my oral exam. And she was pretty cool, I guess. She either had a lisp or had a very strange regional dialect that I wasn't really familiar with. It was a little bit hard to understand her. But I mean, other than that, she was pretty cool. She even remembered my name, which is pretty awesome considering the fact that like no one else even talked to us. So yeah. Alright, so other things that I've changed over here, I've blocked off these sections here with sand so that our mosasaur doesn't run away. Mosasaurs, I'm not exactly sure how to feed them. Let's see if the Nautilus is still in here. Wow, I can't see shit. Hello, Nautilus. Yeah, there's our Nautilus. I'm not exactly sure if like this Nautilus will have babies or if there will be more Nautiluses in here. Not sure if I need to put a feeder in here also, but I'm going to just place the Mosasaur egg here. Egg of Mosasaurus, marine reptile that it is. Boop. Because I would like it to hatch. Alright, so, man, I do not have any reeds. I should have brought some sugar cane. Guess I'm just gonna hop up and down. So, yes, one teacher was cool, the rest of the instructors were quite angry all the time, and although they would speak to me in Korean if I spoke to them first, they really didn't seem very interested in talking to me. They just said like, oh, you know, we're very tired, we don't want to like smile or be cheerful because it makes us very tired, they said. And I was like, oh, that sort of sucks actually. You're sort of a jerk, but whatever. So I'll know the results from that in maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and then I'll get to know what sort of... Hello, is it becoming nighttime? Okay, so we'll come back to this. I do not want to be out here beyond my torches when nighttime comes and there's zombies and skeletons and stuff. So we will come right back to that. Let's go and go to sleep. But yes, I'll know my results in maybe about 1 or 2 weeks, and I'll even let you guys know, because you guys may be interested to know in what level of course I'll be taking to improve my Korean and learn about Korean society and what makes Korea such a wonderful country. I'm sort of joking about that. Korea is, of course, like a very good country, but it's sort of a joke that the social integration program is well known for encouraging people to believe that South Korea is one of the best countries in the world, which, I mean, every country sort of believes that about themselves, but, I don't know. It just seems sort of a strange thing to indoctrinate people with when they're trying to become residents of your country, but anyway, and down we go. Gonna go check on the Mosasaur. But yes, fun times with social integration program. Other things that have been going on lately, if you guys pay any attention whatsoever to world news, which I certainly hope that you do, because, you know, news is important, knowing what's going on in the world, but I'm aware that a lot of you maybe don't watch the news at all, so let Mr. Megneous, Grandpappy Megneous, inform you as to what's been going on lately in Russia. You guys know that I play Kerbal Space Program. It's a really awesome game. You should check out the series. It hasn't hatched yet. Awesome. So, yeah, I love space. Hello, Mosasaur, you just hatched. Wow, you swim really fast. Where the hell are you going? Are you eating the Nautilus already? Holy crap. Hello. Wow, you are not cute at all. You are very scary looking. Hello. Oh, and guys, just so you know, this is not really what mosasaurs look like in real life. Mosasaurs are much longer than this. You should go look up on Wikipedia what mosasaurs look like, or what we believe they look like based on fossil evidence that we currently have. And yes, we do have complete fossilized skeletons of mosasaurs. They're totally awesome. Marine adapted reptiles that they are. Hello. Oh, you're sort of cute, I guess. You're not going to be cute when you get bigger, but for now. Alright, let's go get a feeder and some meat or something like that. But, yes, Kerbal Space Program. So, I'm a space enthusiast. Things in space and from space fill me with wonder and awe. And recently, maybe like 1 or 2 days ago at this point, by the time you see this video, in Russia, there was not a meteor shower, but as far as we know, one meteorite that came crashing through the Earth's atmosphere. Hello, you grew incredibly quickly. Wow, you don't have growth stages at all. Did you get out? Did you get out? What are you doing? Get back. Get back. Get back. There. Jeez. So annoying. Alright, wow, that's a really big mammoth. Yes, so a meteorite crashed. Wow, the other one grew as well. That was very, very fast. Hello. So, meteorite crashing down through the atmosphere into, I believe, Siberia, maybe? It's a town that I can't pronounce the name whatsoever, so I'm not going to even try. It starts with a C. And what was I doing? Feeders, yes. So, a meteorite came down. You guys can search YouTube for Russian meteorite or Russian meteor, and I'm sure you'll find plenty of wonderful dash cams from Russian people showing the meteor, and it is absolutely beautiful. I didn't expect it to be as beautiful as it was, and I was quite shocked when I saw it. I have seen shooting stars or meteors before, but needless to say, they were quite far away, and although very beautiful, they were nowhere near as bright as that one in particular. Kill some cows. And I don't know, this is just really cool for me because this is the first time in quite a while that I've seen on the news actually something about meteors, and you know, especially in populated areas, especially in Russia, because most of Russia outside of major cities is sort of rural and like no one lives there. It's out there, you know, and it's really cool that so many people, especially because, you know, today lots of people have cameras, and oh, I can't think with all these cows. Let's get out of here. People have lots of cameras, and people are afraid of auto insurance fraud, so They have all sorts of wonderful ways of recording meteor footage when they're driving around, and we get to see it. It's totally awesome, and it reminds you that we are indeed traveling through the universe on an organic spaceship with no roof. And meteors hit the Earth every day, very, very small ones, maybe about the size of a grain of sand. Once a year or so, there's a meteorite that hits the Earth that's approximately the size of 4 meters or so. They're estimating that this one maybe was around 5 to 10 meters, maybe 15 meters at maximum. Not large enough to do any very, very large scale damage, but needless to say, it definitely caused a lot of damage in Russia, not to people so much, but to glass and cars and windows and things like that. Because, you know, stuff exploding in the upper atmosphere, or when it hits the thick atmosphere, things exploding, sonic booms, breaking glass, this is something that happens, and it's sort of scary. But it happened somewhere in Siberia, so probably not that many people are going to be frightened, not worried about it so much. It doesn't have anything to do with the DA-14 asteroid that just, you know, missed us by like 27,000 miles or something like that. Alright, so now that I've put the food in there, I think that mosasaur will be good, at least for now. But I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about the fact that this meteor crashed. Well, maybe it didn't hit the ground, it exploded and fell apart into pieces. Maybe some very small pieces impacted the ground itself. Hello, Vladimir. How are you doing? Looks like you grew again since the last time we saw you. Just gonna come in and say hi. So, I was thinking about how it fell out in the middle of nowhere. And how, because of that, probably not that many people are gonna care very much. And I thought it was sort of a shame. I don't really want a meteor to hit New York City or anything like that, but it would have been really cool, in my opinion, if a meteor had gone over New York City and exploded above New York City in the atmosphere, and lots of people saw this. Okay, you're sort of freaking me out now, Vladimir. I'm gonna get out of here. And if a lot of people in New York saw that and got worried a little bit about the fact that, you know, our Earth will be hit by meteors in the future, meteorites will indeed impact Earth, asteroids are indeed out there in Earth's orbit, maybe they would think a little bit more about the half a penny on the dollar from our federal budget that they decided to spend on NASA, and maybe think about maybe moving that up to a whole penny per dollar, you know, 1% of the federal budget. That would be pretty cool. Go up from $18 billion to like $36 billion. That would be really awesome. Maybe move our time to go visit Mars up a little bit from 2030. But then again, I'm a space enthusiast, and I think we should totally be in the stars by now. But yeah, that's just my opinion. So I don't want people to get hurt. I think over 400 people have in Russia been injured by falling and breaking glass and sonic boom issues. And I don't want people to be hurt, and I don't want New York City to be devastated by a meteorite, because that would definitely be a major problem for us, but especially economically. But I really want something to happen to galvanize my country into, well, my home country, not my current country, into thinking that it's worth it to fund space technology development. Hello, Odysseus. How are you doing today? Are you even eating? I don't know. I can't tell if you're eating or not. It seems like all of my dinosaurs have stopped eating. That sort of scares me a little bit. Uh-huh. Why is there an iron ingot in here? There's my Dinopedia. But yes. So I would like NASA to get more funding. But oh well. It's basically the main things that have happened over this weekend when I've been away. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh yeah, we have to think of a name for the mosasaur as well. I have no idea. Alright, so as you guys know, the plesiosaur over there that we just saw, his or her name is Odysseus. That is Bartholomew up there, the Tyrannosaur. Vladimir is the Dilophosaur. We do not yet have names for these two mammoths. In the theme of older style names like Odysseus and Bartholomew and Vladimir, older coolish names, if you can think of names for these two mammoths, please let me know below in the comments. That would be much appreciated, as well as for the mosasaur, which is over there, but I'm not going to run all the way back there. Charles is doing cool. Charles is special in that he has the only, well, I guess his name is sort of regal. I mean, there were plenty of King Charleses in the past, but nonetheless, if you guys can think of names for the Mosasaur or for the two Mammoths, let me know. Don't forget we also have, right here, we have embryo of saber cats, so next we'll be thinking of where to put a saber cat enclosure, and getting two saber cats as well. Fun times indeed. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more about that. That's about it for today's episode. Let me know how you feel about my social integration program and about meteorites and space investment and things like that as well below in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. This is Megneous, and I will see you next time. Ta-da-da!